What's up, guys? Nate here. All right, another thing on the list today is to mount my black and gray tanks. So I've got one of each. They're both 80 gallons. And they go in this spot right here. So I gotta move this. This line's in the way. This is kind of temporary and I forgot about it and never fixed it. But I got all my straps for the air tanks out of the way, got everything else set up. And this is the fill from the compressor output goes into the wet tank. Wet tank output comes up into this T. This T's off, feeds this tank with this check valve, goes in but not out. And then from this side comes down, feeds this in on this tank through this check valve. And this fitting here is just kind of in the way. So I'm going to change this to an angle, just to a 90, and I'm going to put a T in here somewhere so that I can tee off from here and go up to this tank. And I get that done, and then I'm going to put the tank on this lift it up into place. I'm going to end up putting some brackets along here, and then from there I will have rod hanging down, some nuts on the bottom, and then in the center, around, I don't know, here somewhere inside, I'm going to put another piece of either angle or flat bar. I'm going to weld some nuts onto it, and I'll have all thread or rod with some threads on it hanging down from here, which go to a T on the bottom that'll hold both tanks. Maybe I'll do 3 of them, 2 or 3, I'm not really sure. So I can bolt those in from the bottom, and then same on the back. Inside I'm gonna have a rod going across with nuts welded on it, with all thread coming down to an angle iron down here. All right, guys, so I got the tanks kind of laid out, put them here on the ground. This is essentially how they're gonna sit, black and a gray, and they're 80 gallons a piece, so it's almost 500 pounds of water. I don't know if number 2 is heavier than number 1, but we'll see. Anyway, they're pretty stout. They've got these ledges to hold on to, but the sides are kind of flexy. Obviously these are upside down. I know somebody's gonna be like, it's not the way they go. Anyway, so I needed to strap the sides so that I don't have 1,000 pounds of stuff slushing around. So this is what we built. This little cage here. So we've got one tank in each cage. Got side straps that go around into these tubes, connect in the center, and all the tubes connect to each other, so it's all tied in really well, super sturdy. Inside these tubes is going to be all thread, so this all thread is going to come up, this is going to go up into the floor, and then inside the floor we're going to weld a bar across with some nuts on the top. That all thread will go up, thread right into those nuts, and then underneath, down below, we'll have lock nuts and washers down here on all 6 of these. So that should hold that and hold it off road, no problem. And then if I do ever need to drop the tanks, it's just 6 bolts here, and that whole assembly will drop down. And then if I also need to, I can unscrew those all threads that'll be up in, well, it's over on the other side, you know, that'll be up in the floor, unscrew those, and I can replace those if those ever get bent or anything. So it's pretty important to have this stuff serviceable and accessible, and you kind of want to build with that stuff in mind. And yeah, I'm not going to get down there, but that's where they go in there. So anyway, that's the end of today. I don't know if I'm going to get that done tomorrow or not, but I will give you guys another update when those are done, show you how it goes. All right, guys, it was a bit of a long day, but I got mostly done, somewhat done. Anyway, check it out. So, tanks. They're not snugged up in there, obviously, or leveled or anything like that. But built a bracket with some welded on nuts under here, and then jam nuts, and all thread that's protected from rubbing up against the tanks with this, and then they screw in from the bottom. So basically, just run these up, and this will suck everything up. I do have another set in the middle that I need to do, and I need to put that support inside and weld that in. And then this one, you can kind of see how that goes through the floor and in there. No idea what happened there. So that just gets sucked up, and it's all good. So got some clearance back here, just enough to see daylight, service everything. So yeah, that is the tanks. 80-gallon gray, 80-gallon black. That'll be fun. The exits are on the back side. Those will get plumbed to a drain. I'm quite sure where I'm going to put that yet, but that's pretty much it. I'm going to get cleaned up and put everything away. I'll see you guys next time. I'll show you the finished inside there as soon as that's done too. All right, thanks for watching.